Guys, I am so freaking sick of EA. I am just sick of them. I am. Every time I think that they can't sink to a new low, they do so.
Yep.
So for those of you who don't know, we have a very unhappy relationship with EA. We have never agreed with the way that they do things, and now EA is gone and attempted to repair the innumerable amount of damage that it has constructed due to loot boxes and predatory microtransaction practices. This is on GameIndustries.biz, and this is an article about Samantha Ebelthite. Did I get that right?
Ebelthite. Yeah.
So anyone who knows EA and the EU has been getting their butts beaten like a bad donkey over the loot boxes, specifically in games like FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA's the big one, but there's others.
And, you know, the constant, you know, the whole surprise mechanics stuff that they were talking about.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that opened up some really ugly lawsuits. They were basically told, get your acts together, and they fought back.
Pretty hard, actually.
They had some lobbyists, and it didn't work out because no one in the EU is buying EA's bullshit.
Nope.
So now EA has this policy that they're coming out with this new campaign, and let me see if I can find it.
More spin.
Well, yeah. More spin. Here we go. Play together, play smart. This is how EA is going to attempt to undo the damage, along with very attractive photos of executives, etc. What Play Together, Play Smart is an awareness raising campaign.
Okay.
In which EA is trying to basically make it so that the parents are more aware of what their children are playing.
I see, yeah.
And that's not their only answer. They have something else they're doing, but this is their big push. So what do you think of that?
I think it's so much marketing BS. They recognize they screwed up and they're just trying to spin it.
Yeah.
And I find it interesting that they put Sam's picture up there. They're trying to focus, hey, we're so diverse. Here's a woman. They're just making her be their mouthpiece. But I'm not buying it.
A lot of companies go ahead and whenever something really negative comes out, they're like, oh, we're going to do this real positive thing. And they start saying stuff like, I'm lucky because I could talk to my parents about games I wanted to play and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, she has experience, but there never was actually an admission of guilt.
And there never will be. Not with them.
PR move because, yeah, what Burke said. Yeah, Burke says, PR move because they don't want to do the stuff they are doing, which is they don't want to not charge people for microtransactions and loot boxes.
Right.
So this is their main campaign. This is the main thing that they are trying to do in order to...
So they're just trying... So what they're saying is they want to raise parental awareness.
Right.
To whatever is attached to video games.
Yes.
And raising parental awareness.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with all the bullshit that they've been pulling.
Right.
With the loot boxes and shoddy product and their egregious work and practices. That has nothing to do with it.
Right here it says, naturally, part of the campaign focuses on the tools EA itself has created with parents in mind, such as FIFA Playtime, which monitors time and money spent in a publisher's flagship sports series, including its lucrative Ultimate Team mode.
Okay, so...
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
So?
What
you're not addressing the issues.
Right. In other words, it's like, well, if the parents are more aware of what the children are spending time and money on, then there's less time and money being spent or something. You know,
okay, well, that campaign's 10 years too late.
Right. You know, hey, super caffeinated, welcome to our forum. You know, and it's when you look at this whole thing, it just smacks of the same BS whenever there's a violent video game that comes out, like GTA.
Oh, yeah, GTA
or Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
And, you know, oh, it's the parents' responsibility. It's the parents' responsibility. Yeah, parents do have a responsibility, but not if
But it's not all on them.
The developer has a responsibility as well, not to put in things that are going to take advantage of the gameplay loop, the dopamine release loop.
Yes.
You know,
Skinner box.
The Skinner box, right. So, you know, if you put in a game, you know, you put it in so that every time someone spends spends a penny, their character is really happy and thanks you and is tearfully full of love. You know, they're going to be like, oh, I spend a penny and this little virtual Tamagotchi, you know, little pet loves me and gives me this emotional fulfillment.
Yeah, and when you don't spend the penny, the character is crying and sad and and despondent.
You know, it starts getting all so it takes advantage of that dopamine cycle and punishes you for not pushing the cheese button.
Of course.
And then when someone has spent $500 worth of pennies, that's a lot of pennies.
That's a lot of pennies.
You know, then you're saying, well, if I raise the awareness of the parents on where the pennies are going, it's on them and not me. You're the one who designed the game to be that way. So that's effectively what EA has done. EA has designed games that, well, basically make you want to spend money. And then they're saying, well, learn how your children are spending money so you can stop them.
Oh, no, that's not a timely response.
No.
That doesn't address the sins that EA has committed.
No.
In the past 2 or 3 years alone. Play together, play smart. I guess that's a good campaign, but you should have done that 10 years ago. We've moved well beyond blame the parents. The whole world has moved past that point.
And again, there's no admission of guilt and an apology.
No, there's no apology.
You know,
no.
We didn't do anything wrong. We're just trying to keep it so that it doesn't get worse.
Yeah.